I'm from Taco Bell. This is Express. This is my coworker Victoria. She's making the food for the Taco Bell. This is us. He's taking an order. My name's Mariana. This is cool.
This guy's like, what are they doing?
Huh?
He's probably like thinking, what are they? Good morning. I'm in Seattle area already. Left last night around 8 p.m. Got here, slept on site, warming up the van. Gotta go find where it is, the MRI department, and then load up and go. Delivers this one to another place, like another clinic or hospital, and then I have another one to pick up out here that delivers to like a dock, basically. Well, like a cross dock area where they keep some of this stuff. Let's go get it done. I'm still sleepy in my head, so not 100% awake yet, but once I get that loaded, I'm sure I'll be right where I need to be. That's how these are loaded. Nice and easy. A lot of drivers, they have a shorter ramp, but this one here is going to be an 8-foot, the one that I use. So 8-foot helps maybe a little bit. I don't know. You can do some higher inclines, but a 6-footer works as well. So just all depends. Let's go get paperwork and let's get to delivery because I got another pickup to do. So now, basically when you load this stuff, if you guys haven't done it and you're working with us, after you load it, you got to go, if you don't have a printer like me, you go and find a UPS store, you go find a FedEx store, you go find whatever is nearest to you. But if you can find a Staples or Office Max, Office Depot, those places are cheaper. They're like 20 cents, or used to be like 15 or 13 cents. I think now they're closer to 20 cents a page to print a black and white page. So we'll get that paperwork printed. That way I have it with me for my delivery. Then I'll just deliver it, get it signed, send it off to dispatch, and that's it. Consider money's made. Every time you guys deliver a load, don't count your chickens until it's delivered, because every time it's delivered and signed for, that's when you're getting paid for that load, if you haven't messed anything up. If you mess something up, then there could be withdrawals, but those can take up to 3 months, so yeah. I think by law they even have like up to 6 months or something like that, somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly, to find damages to what you've delivered, and then file claims on insurance. But that's the UPS store right there. They got 5 minutes until they're open. I don't even see any employee cars here. I don't know where they're at. We got people waiting here already. Look at that. There's a Starbucks right there on the corner, so I'm gonna go get me some Starbucks, get me some coffee in the morning. That way I could be nice, ready, fresh, and energized for you guys. Because otherwise, when I just wake up, I'm as slow as a turtle. I have been at this location at least 3 times, and I believe this is my 4th. I've picked up from here, I've dropped off over here over the years, and I'm back again for the 4th time, it looks like. So, kind of neat. What I was going to say is, on the freeway, it's really frosty. It looks like winter wonderland over there. There's no fog like it is over here anymore, but everything froze over, and it's a little unusual for this area. Yes, I know where to go. I've been here. That guy doesn't know, but I know where to go. Anyways, dropping off in the MRI department, I believe, even though there's no notes, but I don't even think that they have a loading dock. We'll see. I think MRI department is where I'm going to be dropping it, because I've picked, the very last time I've been here, I actually picked up from the loading dock. They got a ground level, like, whatever, little loading area. Not even dock high or none of that kind of stuff, so you got to self-load. Same thing here, self-unload. On the last one I had to, or when I picked it up, I had to load it. Here I have to unload it. I guess that's where they pay the huge dollars, huge big money. They used to pay more, but hey, things are, they had to reevaluate rates and everything else with customers. So yeah, there's no, I mean, heck, I've gotten crazy amounts before for some of these loads, and now they're just, you know, now you're just making money and, you know, stay happy that you're busy. That's how things work. That's how it works. And I always park in an area where nobody's going to be bothering me. I'll show you guys where that's at. Oh, geez, what do they got? Metal detectors here? My goodness, come on. They really need those there? Maybe they do. Right here is where I park, always. Even though it says no parking here, fire lane, I go just a little further and I just park, and that way they can get to their hydrant, and that's it. Because I got an emergency too. I got to drop this off. That delivery is done, ladies and gents, and now I'm heading towards my next pickup, which is in Tacoma, Washington, delivered to this Issaquah Swedish hospital. And now pickup is in Tacoma, and I am like 39 now, 39 miles away, but it's showing my ETA as 11 a.m. So I don't have time for anything. I really don't. Good thing I got fuel, and I got my coffee earlier, and I've got my water with me if I need it. So until we get to the pickup, there's nothing you can do. Already got paperwork for the next pickup at the last UPS store, so that's good. That's taken care of. But either way, and it sucks, like when you're in a hurry like this, I try to show you guys as much as possible, you know, give you some aerial shots, that way you guys can see, you know, make the video a little more interesting than just plain talking, and, you know, kind of show things here and there. But when I'm in a hurry, there's nothing I can do. I wish I could have some kind of an operator that would, you know, set the camera up and just follow me and, you know, do it on the big level that some of the other guys do. But hey, we're not there yet. We need a couple 100,000 subscribers at least, and if we get to the millions, that's a whole different type of story. Then we can have a whole crew running around after me. But that's up to you guys. Definitely up to you, your friends, and your whoever else, you know, you could recommend the channel to. So today I ask you guys, if you haven't yet, it's not hard for you, but it makes a world of difference to me. Put a like under this video and subscribe to the channel. Even if you're not going to watch it all the time, even if you're just going to look at a thumbnail and go, nah, that looks like a boring day he's having today, you can skip. You don't have to watch. But if you could subscribe and throw a like in today's video, in this one specifically, I would really appreciate you guys. I would appreciate you so much as to wish you guys a happy rest of your life and beautiful children in your life. That's how much I would appreciate. Still foggy and still trafficy out here. Look at this. You're hoping to get there fast, hoping to fly through, and yeah, it doesn't always happen the way you want it to happen, unfortunately. Everybody wants to probably know how much did Andre make on this load that I'm doing, that I did. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I drove 300 miles to pick up. 300 to pick up. 25 loaded. So 325 miles. And then I would have had to return back, and that would have been another 300 miles for me. So it would have been a 600 mile round trip. The load paid $650. If it was another driver who would be doing this, they'd be making roughly 500 is what we would give them. And for dispatching, we would keep the like 130, 150. Now, the second pickup, supposedly you don't have to do any loading or unloading. So that one paid $650 gross, minus I would have had to return back. So I would have been out 630 miles roughly. 630 miles, and clean after fuel, minus 150 in fuel, because it cost me $90 to fill up a tank, a whole tank. So 90 plus whatever, plus a lunch, I would have been 500 bucks is what I would have made clean take home money. And I left yesterday, would have came back this afternoon, and you can count that as however you want to count it. You know, how, either hourly or daily or whatever you want to count it. That's what I would make. Now, since I got fortunate and blessed today, and dispatch got another load, basically, the second one is 40 miles away, and then it has 20 loaded miles, and that one pays $400. I don't know how they paid that much for it, but hey, I'm thankful. Thank you, Jesus. Because usually those kind of rates out here do not exist. So I'm grateful for that. Really grateful, seriously. So in the end, it's going to be a gross of $10.50 minus roughly $150 still for fuel. Doesn't, you know, somewhere around there, plus a lunch, and then, you know, minus the factoring charge of 2% is what we're at now from the gross amount. So you guys can do all that math. In the end, still, it's not bad at all. So it's a super blessed day in the end. Dang it, I should have went that way. That's what I get for yapping around. Yeah, it's gonna make me turn around.
In 3/4 of a mile, keep right to SeaTac Airport.
Okay. So you guys have the math. Now I have to do a little extra driving and turn around, which makes my ETA even longer now because I'm yapping around. This is a pretty good sized shipping company that's like containers, and they're in the port, so backed into here, gonna go check in. I've never picked up from here before, but because it looks like this stuff came from Alaska. see this? This has a lot of power apparently, because I was standing here for about 20 minutes and it was like I'm invisible, you know, nobody saw me. So I look at the rest of the drivers and they told me I did not have to have a vest if I'm standing at the roll-up door, which there's the roll-up door. So I figured, hey, I'm being ignored. I'm gonna go put a vest on, because they told me without a vest you can't go past some yellow lines over there. I put a vest on, and as soon as I did that, kind of stood up in the van, boom. We caught eyes with one of the drivers. He saw me. He did a couple things he was doing, finished it up, and right away he was here within minutes and got me loaded. So if you guys see vests on people somewhere and you're the only one without one, put one on maybe and see if that helps you guys as well. And write it in the comments for me and let me know if that helps, because it helped me today to get loaded quickly. Basically, they added another order to this. There's things that came here that were supposed to, I don't know when they were gonna ship out, but this stuff came from Kodiak, Alaska. I was only supposed to grab one of these cases and this guy here. Then they said there's gonna be another one of those and this guy here. So basically, I got 4 pieces. We asked them if they could add $100 to it. You know, for them it's not much, but for us it's really good. For them not much, because they would have to send another vehicle here, do this another day, and I'm here and Afreda's here, so everything got done perfectly fine. So let's go to delivery. It goes to, what do they call it? I forgot the new name, Annex, Amex, whatever. They used to be on one location and they moved now to ground level. It was that old place where I used to have to go up to dock high and unload everything to dock high level. They didn't like that. A lot of drivers were getting there. They didn't have the right equipment. I didn't have the right equipment, but since I knew what to do, I told them, hey, I'm experienced. I've been doing it for a long time. They let me unload over there, but they said that they've turned many, many vehicles down without loading or unloading them from there. So one of them things. Let's go to delivery. I'm getting hungry too. Right there, all loaded, all strapped in. You guys want to strap in every piece. I got this one strapped, I got that one strapped, I got those 2 strapped. Nothing's flying anywhere, nothing's going anywhere. Everything is as solid as can be. So let's go to delivery. I think it's, I mean, somewhere around 20 miles, maybe 30 miles, I don't know. I've got to punch it in the GPS and get going. Now I still have to stop by one more time to print paperwork, because I did get, you know, the extra stop off got added. So got to take care of that real quick and we'll be on the way. Nice and foggy out here still. And this guy, have to assist it by hand every time. After that one guy, when I was getting loaded up to Montana with some rolls, he bent my stuff one time. Oh. All right. Cool thing is, it's nice and warm in here. Even though you're not supposed to let your vehicle run, guess what? I've got my heater running over there. Put it on like 4.0 and that's it. That's why I'm standing here in a t-shirt and whatever, a vest on. I'm gonna turn this off. You hold it for a little bit, then it comes off. That'll turn off, so I don't need that heat anymore in here. Now I'm good to go. That's why it's nice to have heaters, not just for sleeping, not just to be comfortable, but also if you're in an area where you are not allowed to idle or run your van and it takes forever to get loaded. Guess what? You can stay warm. I've been on a ferry before where you cannot have a running vehicle and it was cold, and I ran my heater on the ferry in the van and it worked just perfect. So I don't know why you guys are against, I don't know, it seems like people are against it or don't want to do it, or I don't know, scared to install a heater. It does not, it's a diesel heater. It does not, yes, I'm here. It does not interfere with your smells. It doesn't smell. It doesn't put out anything because it has an exhaust tube and an actual exhaust that actually goes outside. You have to cut holes through the, you know, through your floor. It intakes cold air from there, clean air, and burns it through, and exhaust goes right out. So it's clean as a home air. You know what I mean? It's just like having a forced air system at home. That's how it is. So get one. Be comfortable. You know what I mean? Insulate your vans. When you're standing waiting for freight, go to Home Depot and Lowe's and buy the panels and put them in. You guys got nothing else to do. You're sitting around. Perfect time to get it done if you are not wanting to do it at home. This is a port area. Man, I tell you what, it's a busy place. Non-stop trucks all over the place. So in the end now, after I got one more thing and getting another extra $100, I'm getting $11.50 in the end on this, which is pretty dang good, I tell you. Really good. I'm within half a mile from delivery, and guess what? There is an Office Depot right there, so you can get your paperwork printed. And that's super cool because that's how it's been for years and years and years, even at their old location. And they moved to a new location, which is even closer to here. Awesome. You just can't beat that. In the end to that load came as well. So now that that's delivered, any driver, considering myself as well, we all can say that we made the money. If you drove halfway and you broke down, no, you didn't make that money, because broker's gonna have to find a recovery vehicle if we don't have anybody close, or we're gonna have to send somebody and pay somebody else for those deadhead miles, plus recovery, plus everything in the end. If you break down or something happens to your load, it sucks. If broker gets involved in this again, they're gonna take another cut for themselves. That's guaranteed. If another driver's involved of ours, obviously we gotta bring him from somewhere, pay him all those miles to get to you, to take it. So first we gotta try to recover ourselves. If we can't, send our closer unit, then broker's gonna find the closest one or whatever one that has the right rate and send it on over to you. So breaking down sucks. It really does. It's not good. In the end, you could end up with nothing, or you can even end up owing money for the load, just because that's how it is. I had my father actually owe $600 for a load one time, because I don't know why they just overcharged us like that, and we don't work with that company anymore. But yeah, it happened to where I can speak from 100% my own experience that they charged us for even more. They were supposed to pay. There was supposed to be a lot of money left over, and in the end they stole it all, took it all, and basically we came out with actually owing them money, and that was Active Arrow. I think they got bought out by Ascent or something like that. Ascent. But yeah, it was bad. It sucked. I had to go through a lot of fighting with them, and in the end I just figured out that it's just better not to haul their loads at all. Have them go scam somebody else, not us. So that's it. Now I got a few things to look forward to. One of them Gotta find something to eat, send paperwork, and then actually do a IKEA pickup. I gotta go get some stuff for family members for IKEA, and wife wanted something from there too. So IKEA I go. After that, gonna find something to eat. And you never know, what if I get blessed a third time today and there's another third load in here? I'll be open to that as long as I'm here. So I'm not waiting for it, but I'm gonna go do my things, and I'm gonna tell dispatch that if there is something, go ahead and bid it if you can get it. Might as well, when I'm here, might as well make that money, because there's been plenty of times where it's just been one load, you come back and you go home empty, and that's it. So lately it's been sucking on the West Coast, so we're trying not to send anybody here. As long as they're not from here, we try to avoid it for the time being, for now. Toothpick means I've already been to the place where I wanted to go eat. It's called Feast Buffet. And there you go. That's what that guy looks like right there. If you guys want some good Chinese food and kind of all around good buffet with a whole lot of choices. They got a whole lot of choices. Like prime rib. Oh, I overate. I shouldn't be talking. They have a lot of food. You guys are going to get full. Something for everybody, even if you're not a big Chinese person, as far as liking their food, but it's good. It's good. When I come here, I try to go eat there. Their dinners are really good as well. They have good seafood nights as well, so maybe look into that whenever they got a seafood night. I know on Friday night they had seafood nights, and I think it's like close to $50 a person for their buffet. But it's really good. They've served lobsters, crab. I mean, all kinds of goodies. Today I had a bunch of meats, sushi, soup, other things. So I'm full, and now I gotta see how long it's gonna take me to get home. It's gonna be like four and a half hours probably, because 405 is under construction out here. So let's get going. Let's get to it. It's gotten foggy. Hopefully that's not gonna be an issue around Ellensburg area and all the way to Moses Lake and all the way home. So those are the fog areas out here. Always foggy.